Hey everybody, you may be wondering why you're staring at a cell phone, but I think there's an app that you guys would really like to check out. Now, this app is called the Amino Community App. You can find it on the App Store and also on Google Play if you have an Android phone. So basically you just search up Amino, you'll find it right here. I already have it, so I'm going to hit open. You can enter in any interest, TV show, movies, anything like that into the search bar, and you can probably find a page about it. And if you don't find a page about it, you can actually create your own new community, which is one of the cool new features. I'm already in the K-pop community and the K-drama community because those are things that interest me. So anyway, you basically just click on the community that you want to engage with. And basically this app is its own little social network for people that are interested in the exact same things you are. You got the news feed here. You can see that you can check your notifications. There's chats, group chats, private chats. You can create polls, blog posts, all kinds of different stuff. And of course you can click on your profile and check that out as well. So anyway, all the links to download this app and follow me are in the video description below. So I hope you guys will check it out and say hi to me on there. This message has been a paid product placement. Hey everybody, I know I'm still a little late to the party, still catching up on videos, but this is one I definitely didn't want to miss. I know a lot of people have been talking about it, have been asking me about it. So here's my review of Navillera by GFRIEND. Here we go. They still got that cheese factor, the corny factor, a little high. That's okay though. That's kind of their thing. Oh, this is interesting. This is like an EDM disco K-pop song. Really intense. Almost to the point of being over the top. Ooh, that really reminds me of Flower Power by SNSD. Big time. That little motif there in the synth part. Sounds a little bit overly crushed in mastering, a little distorted. Kind of with everything else about this song too. It's like a little overdone, but I like it. Ooh, I like that beat change there. Always like varied repetition. Definitely some cool vocal harmonies and chord structures too, some tension in there. Effective use of dissonance, you know? A guitar solo? Oh, that was really great. I like this. I can get on board with this. This is cool. they did just like an excellent job of all of the transitions and really building up the song, making each part go into the next part really smoothly, making the song emotionally overall really build towards something. And I have to say, I've got to give this group credit. A lot of the stuff they do, stylistically, concept-wise, musically, I've always felt like is a little bit of almost a parody of things past. You know, definitely doing like period pieces within K-pop, obviously the strong correlation to like early Girls' Generation stuff. And I know a lot of people like that about them, and that's totally fine. To me, in the past, it's always been like a little bit too much, a little bit over the top. And with this song, it's the same thing. They had like a disco EDM K-pop song, I think is what I called it before. And all of the elements in it are excellent, but they're just like pushed just to the edge and then left there. And GFRIEND really seems to kind of understand that and commit to it, which is really cool. So with this track right here, they've kind of won me over with their slight ridiculous over-the-topness, but that actually worked extremely well. So the song itself, obviously the strings very disco, some of the synthesizers, a little bit of like an 80s influence, but also the EDM influence. Certainly the tones they used and how it was mixed, you know, the synthesizers are like really in your face, really aggressive. That's generally a more modern sounding type of influence, but I actually like it a lot. If you've heard any of my original music, including the intro, pretty intense, aggressive sounding synth tones. So that was a little bit over the top, this sort of cyclic, roundabout chord progression. I thought that that was even maybe a little bit over the top in how it was emphasized. And then of course the vocals too, you can really hear that they're like pushing their voices pretty hard. And again, it's just like right on that edge of being over the top, but in a really exciting good way. So although a stylistic or aesthetics type of critic could certainly say, you know, this was doing too much, I'm somebody who actually likes when people do a little too much musically, sometimes a lot too much, as long as it's executed in a really cool and interesting way. And I felt like they absolutely pulled that off. And as I said before, there was that one synth part that sounded a lot like Flower Power by SNSD. Not only the musical motif that they were playing, but the tone of it. And actually, when I thought about that more, it's maybe even more similar to Galaxy Supernova, also by SNSD, that has a similar sounding synth tone and motif in it. So I think it's obvious that Girls' Generation is a big influence, a big inspiration for this group. And it definitely wasn't a huge or significant portion of the song that was really copied, but it's interesting how a lot of SNSD stuff, concept-wise, choreography-wise, and musically shows up in GFRIEND's music. So I really don't know if that was subconscious or intentional on the part of the songwriters, but definitely something to think about. So anyway, let's jump back in, check this song out again, and see what we can find. Here we go. Even got a little bit of Yaz flute. Definitely very disco-y. I mean, listen to the snare sound. That is like the heaviest EDM snare you've ever heard. But it's on top of a very disco sounding track. You know, kind of a little bit of a contrast there with the intensity, but they matched it well, I think, with their vocals too. I definitely think this very kind of light and playful music video is the biggest contrast between the in-your-face, like hard-hitting intensity of the track. Whoever that is, I like her voice a lot. I like how she really sticks on notes, kind of like a laser. Just listen to how every single section is building into the next section while you're still in it. You know, there's a purpose for every chord modulation and everything else. It's just one thing building on another. Really led to a song that flowed well throughout the entire thing. Can you hear how the vocals are kind of building, even in how they're ascending? All these little tricks of songwriting just really make the song exciting and hit a lot of emotional high points throughout. I do like this little instrumental interlude thing. I think that's a nice break. They have like almost a trap bridge, but they made it work perfectly. You don't notice it as being like out of place. That guitar solo should have been at least twice as long, maybe 4 times longer. It's really my only complaint about the song. It should have been more of that. That was really cool. Love that breakdown there, and the vocal leads throughout this entire section are really impressive. I also like how each time, it sounds like they're adding a couple more harmonies for that section each time through. I think what they're doing is that they exist every time through and they're just bringing them up a little bit and emphasizing them in the mix. But that's something that the group Boston used to do really effectively. They'd have like a similar chorus section or an interlude section in a song, and each time through towards the end, it would build up and get more exciting in some sort of way. Either way, it just like stacks, it builds upon itself, and it was something that was really cool. And it's something that I think just gave the song a lot more depth and musical strength. So I've listened to GFRIEND in the past some, I've enjoyed some of their other songs, but this is the first song by them that really, really impresses me, really got my attention as a fan. And it's also the first song that really impressed me with what they could do vocally. And I do think a lot of that is that they're actually improving vocally, and I'm not saying that they were bad before, but I think they are kind of taking it up to a different level now with this song, as this song demonstrates, rather than it being there exactly like that before and I just didn't notice it. So you guys out there who are GFRIEND fans, do you think that they've actually gotten better at their singing, or do you think maybe the songs that they've done in the past didn't show it off as well, or do you think maybe I just missed it? Anyway, let me know, and thanks so much for watching this music video reaction/review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.